Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news now. Let's talk about a rumor that's been making waves across the NFL landscape and could potentially rewrite the Giants' defensive future. Sources are hinting that the Cleveland Browns, currently sitting at 3-6 and in the midst of a complete rebuild, might be looking to shake things up big time. And one of the key pieces they're apparently open to moving is none other than Myles Garrett, one of the most dominant edge rushers in the league today. The buzz is that Cleveland might be willing to part ways with Garrett in exchange for a first-round pick in the 2026 NFL Draft and a fifth-round pick in 2027, both coming from the Giants. This kind of trade, if it goes down, would be a massive statement from Cleveland, signaling that they're fully embracing a rebuild mode. They've allowed a staggering 41 sacks this season. That's a red flag for any team, and moving Garrett might be their way of resetting the roster and creating cap space. Approximately $8 million to make other moves. Now the NFL insiders are being pretty cryptic about this, with ESPN's Adam Schefter leaving some subtle hints. Meanwhile, ESPN's Rossini has confirmed that the rumors are real and that the trade deadline on November 4th could be the day everything changes. This isn't just idle speculation. There's a lot of history to consider here, especially since Cleveland's previous attempt to boost their pass rush came last year with the Khalil Mack trade, which worked wonders for their defense by adding 22 pressures per game. Garrett, who's been an All-Pro at just 30 years old, would be a game-changer for the Giants if this move happens. Let's take a closer look at Garrett himself. He's been a top-tier pass rusher for years, with a career total of 98 sacks. In 2023, he's been phenomenal, racking up 38 pressures. That's 12th among edge rushers in the league and maintaining a PFF grade of 84, which is impressive. Over his career, he's averaged a 92, one overall grade, which puts him in the top tier of the league's defensive players. His win rate is 16.8%, ranking 18th among edge rushers, and he's accumulated 7.5 sacks so far this season. Despite suffering an ankle injury in Week 2, Garrett has shown resilience and elite pass-rushing ability, comparable to Aaron Donald, with 85 pressures and an 18.1% pressure rate. He's a disruptive force who can immediately elevate any defensive line. The Browns, however, are in a delicate situation. Their cap space is tight, especially with Deshaun Watson's hefty contract looming over them, and they're in desperate need of draft picks to rebuild their offensive line, much like the Titans did in 2023. Cleveland's primary focus seems to be shoring up their front line, and parting with Garrett might be their way of acquiring the draft capital they need to make strategic improvements across the roster. On the flip side, the Giants are looking to bolster their defensive front, which has been somewhat inconsistent this season. Adding a player of Garrett's caliber would give them an immediate boost, especially with the Giants' front four currently considered a little weaker than in recent years. The stats show that with Garrett, the Giants could project an additional 18 sacks on the season, along with a 24% increase in quarterback pressures and errors. That's a significant upgrade, especially considering how vital pressure on the quarterback is in today's NFL, where protecting the passer and creating turnovers are often the difference between winning and losing. The odds for this move are fluctuating, with some betting markets now giving the Giants around plus 6,000 odds before the rumor started heating up, and now those odds have shortened to around plus 3,100. This shift indicates that there's real momentum behind the idea that a game-changing trade might be imminent. If Garrett joins the Giants, it could be the spark that ignites a potential NFC East turnaround, especially with the division becoming more competitive this year. The Eagles and Cowboys are formidable opponents, but with Garrett's addition, the Giants could see a 16% bump in wins, a game-changer that could tip the division's scales in their favor. From a strategic standpoint, this move would redefine the Giants' defensive identity. It's about adding a proven superstar who can draw double teams and allow other pass rushers and coverage players to thrive. The Giants' front seven, already solid, would become a nightmare for offenses. Quarterbacks would have less time, forcing hurried throws and increasing the chances of turnovers. And with the Giants potentially facing a more balanced and aggressive defense, their chances to compete for a playoff spot and make a deep run increase exponentially. Of course, Cleveland's skepticism about cap space and their need for draft picks makes this whole thing complicated. But in today's NFL, where big trades are becoming more common, especially for game-changing talents like Garrett, anything is possible. The Giants have shown they're willing to add star power when the opportunity arises, and acquiring Garrett would be a bold statement of intent. It would also send a message to the division and the league that the Giants are serious about contending now, not just in the future. As we look ahead, the potential impact of this trade is enormous. It could transform the Giants' defense from a middle-of-the-road unit into one of the league's fiercest pass-rushing forces. And for the fans, it's exciting to think about the possibilities. A defense featuring Garrett, paired with the talent already present on the roster, could turn MetLife Stadium into a fortress once again, intimidating opposing offenses and boosting the Giants' chances of reaching the postseason and beyond. This kind of move isn't just about adding a star. It's about redefining the franchise's trajectory, making a statement that the Giants are all in for this season and the next. And with the NFC East shaping up as one of the most competitive divisions in recent memory, every improvement counts. The Giants, with their rich history and passionate fan base, are always looking for ways to climb higher, and if this trade happens, it could be the catalyst that propels them to new heights. And now, New York Giants fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you think the Giants should go all in and make this bold move for Myles Garrett? Would he be the perfect piece to finally push them over the edge in the NFC East? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Giants. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Giants news. This season promises to be one of the most exciting in recent memory, and with moves like this potentially on the horizon, the future looks brighter than ever for Big Blue.